Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be
Reacting to my subscribers' K-pop opinions, cause NJZ might send me a restraining order. Ooh, maybe it us too. I don't know, we'll see.
Y'all haters keep saying New Jeans will lose their partnerships and brand deals, but they just landed one with Calvin Klein. They're too big for advertisers to blacklist them, especially outside Korea. New Jeans
No. If they blacklisted Kanye West, who's way bigger than New Jeans, they're blacklisting New Jeans. I'm sorry.
So what happened to the Calvin Klein?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, Kanye got blacklisted.
Oh yeah.
New Jeans still got blacklisted. That is not, they are not too big.
might still be plastered on Calvin Klein ads, but treating that as a badge of corporate immortality is like arguing a sinking ship won't drown because it's still playing music. The real iceberg here? The shadow of Hybe's legal circus. Brands aren't ride or die. They're profit sharks sniffing for safe waters. Yes,
Yep.
money talks, but Western giants like Calvin Klein or Chanel
Money talks.
I had the song, the moment Money Talks, I had the song in my head too.
aren't adopting K-pop idols out of cultural curiosity. They're gate-crashing Asian markets with Excel sheets and return on investment calculators. New Jeans isn't a darling in this equation. They're a transaction, but transactions get messy when the fine print explodes.
Yeah, I don't know why fans think that there's some sort of loyalty in business. There's no loyalty. That's why I often say for people to not be loyal either, because the brands are not going to be loyal to, so don't be loyal to them either.
That you do say that.
I
it's
do
true.
say that because we had Boy Next Door. They switched up from Samsung to Apple iPhone. Everybody's like, oh, what I said? No, the branding gonna be loyal to them. Well, same thing. Branding gonna be loyal to New Jeans. The moment that cease and desist comes in, you know what Calvin Klein gonna do? Drop New Jeans. So
Yeah,
New
for sure.
Jeans shouldn't be loyal to Calvin Klein either. You know, that's just how it goes.
Hybe's feud spirals into public lawsuits. Suddenly that transaction reeks of legal rot. Remember when Dolce & Gabbana nosedived in Asia over one racist ad? Multiply that by 100 when your brand ambassador's own management is throwing hands in court. Reputation is currency. And no one's cashing out for a group wrapped in red tape. Soon or later, advertisers will vanish like an influencer's integrity after a sponsorship offer. Brands don't do messy unless it's curated messy. Looking at you, Balenciaga. 2. I'm really digging Kiki's concept.
Ooh.
Their image and sound suit them perfectly. Their
Yeah,
teasers
I
look
agree.
age appropriate, especially with a minor in the group. I
Yeah.
disagree. Kiki's concept isn't
Yeah.
offensive. It's just calculated in that insidious industry-approved way where exploitation isn't a sledgehammer.
Offensive? Who said it was offensive? Because she said, I disagree. Kiki's concept isn't offensive. Nobody said it was offensive. I agree with the comment. I think the concept is perfect. Now, the minor in the group, I mean, you know, I'd rather 14-year-old wouldn't be in the group, but if it is there,
Yeah.
concept is acceptable for that
Yeah.
purpose.
But a scalpel. Yeah, their styling avoids fishnets and bedazzled bras. But let's not throw parades for the bare minimum. Biting gloves, tousled bedhead, the doe-eyed upward
No,
gaze.
but I feel like the market should show, like, reflect that they are accepting of this type of content, because otherwise they will go back to the bedazzled bra, the sparkles, and all this stuff that was working before.
These aren't neutral choices. They're subtle semiotics borrowed straight from the Lolita book, repackaged as innocent allure. The problem isn't just what's shown, it's what's coded. That glove-biting shot? It's not overt, but it's textbook subtext. You don't need a latex bodysuit to eroticize youth. You just need a visual language that's been grooming audiences for decades. Tousled hair and parted lips aren't accidents. They're industry shorthand for youthful dishevelment, a vibe that's one step removed from a TikTok transition to full-blown coquette core. And when there's a minor in the mix, intent doesn't matter, impact does. Every coy glance or rumpled sleeve becomes a brick in the foundation of a system that profits from blurring the line between teen idol and teen fantasy. But sure, let's clap because they're not in lingerie. Normalizing mild innuendo for minors isn't progress. It's predation with plausible deniability. It's companies hedging their bets, testing how much audiences will stomach under the guise of maturity. Remember when New Jeans
But
cookie?
that's why we are like, people are watching and observing, and they will respond. Like,
It's a tough,
yeah.
it's a tough situation to be in because while in general, it is not wrong for a minor to be an artist, right? Because we have that in the West. It's not in itself problematic. So you can't say like, oh, it is problematic because a group does have a minor. It's not fair, right? But K-pop is just fucking so weird how they sexualize these 14, 15-year-old girls that it becomes problematic because it's just so weird. Now Kiki's concept, because it is
not even just the 14, the 16,
16,
17
17,
year
18, well, 18 legal, I guess, but whatever. It just, it's weird.
There's no, even if they were like 25, if the point if they try to make them even look 14, that's weird.
Yeah, exactly. That's weird how, like, in Korea, like, it's just these young girls are being sexualized. That's the weird part.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like with Kiki, that's not there because they're not really selling sex. They're selling,
Look like a sister.
they're selling,
They look like sisters.
yeah, they're selling like a pajama party almost.
Yeah.
Like, they're not selling lingerie party. They're selling a pajama party.
But trust me, we'll be on them if they even think to even try to sell something else.
That's why I feel like it's okay, because you can't restrict minors from not performing. That's just not fair. Like, if someone is talented, like, even in sports, we get talented, like, people, underage people participate in the Olympics. They are not prevented because, oh, wait, you 16-year-old, you can't. No, 16-year-olds can participate in the Olympics.
Oh, but I feel like these companies intentionally want to work with someone younger because automatically they're gonna get a lot of scrutiny, a lot of eyes on them off the bat because they have someone younger.
I don't think that's why they want younger. I think
You think
I think they
so?
want younger because there's some creeps out there who
Oh,
really
that's true.
follows the
That's
groups
true.
because they're young.
That's true.
And they're not only they like try to avoid that, they actually feed into that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a problem. So it's like
Yeah.
it's tough because, as I said, you can't prohibit it. I just don't
But it
like
needs to be heavily monitored.
I don't like the reasoning they do it for. Like, if they do it because the person's 15, 14 is generally talented, that's cool. But if you're doing it because you want to sell her looks, that's a problem.
Had us side-eyeing lyrics about baking heat? This is the visual equivalent, sanitized enough to dodge watchdogs, but dripping with enough subtext to cater to certain demographics. And don't hit me with, but teens style themselves this way. Since when do multi-million-dollar agencies take creative cues from high schoolers? This isn't authenticity, it's curated relatability, designed to launder questionable choices through the veneer of Gen Z autonomy. The minor here isn't a person, she's a prop. A demographic checkbox to make the group's aesthetic palatably fresh while still feeding the same old appetites. The bigger issue? We're stuck in a loop of grading exploitation on a curve. It could be worse isn't a defense. It's an indictment of an industry that's mastered the art of sugar-coated predation. If we're serious about protecting minors, we need to stop applauding crumbs of restraint and start demanding zero tolerance for coded creepiness. Otherwise, we're just polishing the handcuffs. 3. Dream Academy is the worst K-pop related survival show. It's vile. The girls wasted 2 years training only to be eliminated for the stupidest reasons like posting pre-debut music on a private IG account.
Oh no,
that's
no,
not a
no,
stupid reason at
hell
all. That's
no.
a super valid reason. That's a breach of contract. Excuse me. Like, you created a music and somebody leaked it. How is that different than somebody leaking Lisa's album? Like, that's grounds for not only termination, that's grounds for, criminal. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if in this case they would want to prosecute criminally because, I don't know. But it is essentially you leaking
Sensitive
the music.
information
Yeah,
that
sensitive.
was not to
No,
be
that is a
released.
completely valid reason. Oh, hell no.
Seriously, Patricia? Dream Academy? You still salty about Adele getting the boot?
Not
Well,
justice for Adela.
So Adele actually dropped something on Friday.
Dubbing
I
this
was
show the
debating whether to react or not, but we
Justice for
passed on it.
Adele.
Adele, yeah, she did drop something.
pinnacle of evil in a genre where contestants are literally treated like gladiators auditioning for a coliseum? Spare me the theatrics. Take a look at Idol School, where underage girls were starved, sleep-deprived and screamed into panic attacks for character building. Or Mix 9, which trapped trainees in illegal Hunger Games, binding them to contracts so predatory they'd make a payday lender blush. Dream Academy's sins? They're a parking ticket
Ooh, that was a rough choreo out there. Do you see that?
next to a felony. Wasting breath calling Dream Academy the worst is like slamming a vending machine Diet Coke for ruining hydration while ExxonMobil is out here dumping oil into the ocean. The real issue isn't the triviality of one show's missteps, it's the hierarchy of exploitation we're ignoring. When minors are grinding their hips on national TV without safety shorts, or when shows like produce 101 rig votes so blatantly they sparked criminal trials, suddenly, Dream Academy's petty
I don't
rulebook
know if
feels like a
safety
footnote in
shorts
the
are a
industry's
thing here in the States. I think instead what they do is they wear like spandex, like nude spandex that matches their skin tone under, but I don't think we have like safety pants like how I see in Asia.
I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea.
manifesto of abuse. Survival shows aren't a monolith of trauma. They're a spectrum. At one end, you've got mildly toxic, Dream Academy's draconian social media policing. And at the other, full-blown human rights violations, contestants collapsing from dehydration and producers trading screen time for favors. By fixating on the former, you're doing the industry's dirty work, letting the real villains off the hook because, hey, at least we're not that bad. It's the Oppression Olympics, and nobody wins. When you rage quit over Dream Academy's eliminations but stay deathly silent about Starlight Boys forcing trainees to dance over 20 rounds with no rest, it reeks of cherry-picked morality. You don't get to clutch
He is making a good point because I don't recall having like any scandals about like mistreatment in Dream Academy. I'm not saying it wasn't there. I'm saying it didn't leak out. We didn't see anybody saying, "Oh, they starved us," they beat us, they, all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
So
no.
so for you gotta
Even
give
for
kudos
the
to them
ones
for
who
that.
didn't make it to the group, they didn't come out and say,
Yeah.
"Oh, they did this to us."
Yeah, they nobody came out and said, "Oh, they
Yeah.
mistreated us." We didn't hear nothing like that. Like, I mean, yeah, there was jealousy between the girls, like a little hate on Manon, because she made it basically on her looks and social media following, but that's just jealousy. There was nothing like serious.
Girls over a trainee violating her contracts by sharing pre-debut music on Instagram while shrugging it shows that treat human beings like disposable props in a burnout factory. Priorities people. Does this mean Dream Academy gets a pass? Heck no. But calling it the worst isn't just inaccurate, it's dangerous. It dilutes the conversation, letting actual atrocities fade into the background noise. Imagine yelling about a paper cut in the ER while someone's bleeding out next to you. Scale matters. The show's flaws are worth critiquing, but framing them as peak villainy is like blaming a matchstick for climate change while oil tycoons light the planet on fire. 4.
Wow,
What do
those
you
girls
think
are
of
talented. They can dance. I'm trying to think. Can I do that? No.
Okay.
about people saying Le Seraphim skipped Jakarta in their upcoming tour because that's where most of their hate comes from? It just seems so
Really?
ridiculous. You're right. It's beyond stupid to pin the blame on a single country for something that was a collective effort. The hate train wasn't some localized phenomenon. The bulk of that vitriol came from within South Korea itself. But sure, let's point fingers at Indonesia because it's easier to scapegoat a whole nation than to confront the fact that we all played a part in amplifying that negativity. How many of us mindlessly retweeted those hateful posts or shared those toxic videos, only to turn around and act shocked when the backlash grew? Hypocrisy much? Plus, Hybe isn't losing sleep over where the hate is coming from. Their bottom line is profit, not feelings. If Jakarta had been a guaranteed cash cow, you better believe they'd have found a way to make it happen. But Los Seraphim's last concert in Indonesia didn't even sell out, at 2,600 capacity venue, and they only filled
That's very little venue and then sell out. I mean, it makes sense why they skipped it. What the fuck? There's a waste of money and the time.
Yeah.
69% of the seats.
Oh.
That's not exactly a ringing endorsement for a return
Why they're
visit,
not selling
is it?
out, though?
So, before we start spinning conspiracy theories about Hybe dodging Jakarta to avoid some imaginary hate epicenter, maybe we should consider the far more plausible explanation. It just didn't make financial sense for them at this specific time. And let's not pretend like tours are some simple slapdash operation. Securing venues, negotiating with promoters, aligning schedules, it's a logistical nightmare. Maybe Hybe couldn't lock down a venue that fit their timeline. Maybe they're waiting for better conditions to maximize profits. Or who knows, maybe they'll add Jakarta later if the demand justifies it. But no, instead of thinking critically, we'd rather throw Indonesia under the bus to absolve ourselves of guilt. It's easier to blame an entire country
that's a
than to
silly
admit
comment.
that we all contributed to the mess. 5. When Lisa's album was leaked, was it only leaked digitally? I saw people posting pictures of the actual physical album before its release date. How is that possible? This happens because stores like Walmart get shipments ahead of the release date to make sure they're ready to sell on day one. But they don't always lock things down tight. Employees, who aren't paid enough to care, sometimes let copies slip out early, either by accident or on purpose. Plus, store security and checkout systems aren't foolproof, so people can sometimes buy or even steal albums
I
before they're
see.
supposed to. On
I
top
can
of
see
that,
that.
Makes
distributors
sense.
sometimes mess up and deliver albums to fans early, especially with pre-orders. And you know what happens next? Someone gets their hands on it, posts pictures online, and boom, the album's out in the wild before it's supposed to be. Labels act shocked. But leaks like this happen all the time because they don't do enough to protect physical copies. They want the hype that comes with early buzz, but they don't want to admit how broken the system really is. 6. Vicha's pretty much over. JYP said last year they're coming back this year, but I don't see them giving them a comeback after.
Yeah, they're done. It's been over a year since they've released anything. They're done. I think it's over a year, right?
I think so.
I think they dropped something like in the February or March.
Yeah.
And we haven't heard them since.
Wow. So the other girls, are they gonna join along in this lawsuit? Because I remember I forgot her name.
KG?
KG.
Kevin Garnett?
She referred to some of the other girls, what they gone through while they were with JYP.
Yeah, they chicken. They're scared.
Wow, but now
KG
they're out of
exposed them like that. Vicha's current limbo isn't just a hiatus. It's a corporate Cold War with JYP USA
We haven't heard
clinging to the
anything
group
from
like
them,
a hostage
guys.
negotiation. The silence is deafening. 3 months into 2024 and the huge plans JYP hyped for 2025 are buried under legal paperwork. The group's in purgatory, and for good reason. Promoting V Cha
The
while
thing
a
is,
former
I
member
don't understand like how only one former member is speaking out and the others are just quiet. I don't get it. Because we see like when there's any troubles with the group usually they come
I
together.
think they're still, hoping to make a career, so they don't want to ruffle feathers. KG's probably over it.
is suing for mistreatment is tone deaf. KG's allegations aren't just bad press, they're a live grenade in JYP's lap. If her evidence holds, it exposes a rot in the system. Courts siding with
wonder
her
what they're
could
doing
torch
in the
JYP's
meantime.
reputation, turning V Cha from a global
Yeah, if courts do rule in her favor, K-pop in America or K-pop style is over, in a sense that they can still operate, yeah, but they would have to change everything about how they operate, basically.
Or do it like how Cat's Eye did it. Cat's Eye, they were able to
Well, Cat's Eye,
be
yeah,
quite successful. And they're potentially doing year
we
2.
don't know if they did it right though, because
No one came out, even the ones who
doesn't
didn't
mean-
make the
Okay,
group.
doesn't mean they did it right though. I'm just saying,
Oh.
a lot of shit, JYP did it. You can't do that here, so we'll see.
girl group experiment into a cautionary tale. JYP might test the waters with a digital single to gauge public reception. If it flops and the lawsuit implodes, Republic Records could step in, rebranding V Cha as a fully Western act to distance themselves from the fallout. After all, V Cha is a joint project.
Oh, okay.
I mean, honestly, they should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah, but he waiting for.
Who cares about JYP?
Between Republic Records and JYP, giving Republic leverage to pivot the
Because it
group's
doesn't seem
direction
like
if
JYP
needed.
would be interested
7.
anymore.
Given how abysmal SM Town's concert tickets are, do you think the other big four companies would achieve better numbers if they organized joint concerts for their groups? No, they'll never do it to begin with. JYP's cash cows like Stray Kids and Twice can solo sell stadiums and pocket 100% of the profits. Why split the
Wow.
bag with a messy family concert? SM Town's own lineup is half MIA every time because wrangling 20 plus egos and schedules is impossible. Hybe will never do it. YG and JYP ghosted the idea years ago. The only clown still clinging to this sinking ship is SM, and even their fans are side-eyeing the empty seats.
Wow, what a way to end the video.
I think YG could do it though. YG doesn't have to do it because their groups can sell it, like Blackpink, Baby Monster. I don't know if
So
Baby Monster can sell, but
who they can cross collab with? SM?
no, YG by themselves. I feel like they have groups that imagine if they did like Treasure, Baby Monster, Winner, Big Bang come up. Well, I don't know if they would do that, but like Big Bang 21, something like that would be
21
cool.
is on break.
Yeah, but that would be cool. So I think, yeah, Hype is not doing it. Hype groups are too big in the West. They definitely can sell. And yeah, Stray Kids and Twice also sell, so they don't need that either. Unless like some lesser known JYP groups.
And that's the tea. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible. Bye.